Coach, now preparation starts for opening night. What was the focus like of practice today, and what were you able to do with the guys?
Locking back into our defensive focus. I think that was the big key of today. Understanding where we need to be positionally, getting back to our staples the right way. Defensively was defense was the main focus today.
What was your biggest takeaway from the other night? Maybe your fourth preseason game where guys got extended minutes. Just what did you see on film?
I really did like our ability to push the basketball. Our pace was very good. I think defensively we got to continue to get better, getting back in transition, finishing out possessions, those little small details. But that one big takeaway was our sprint game, our ability to run and share the basketball.
You mentioned the defensive work today. You've talked about conditioning the pass and the offensive flow. Just where do you feel like your team is the furthest along? A week or less than a week away now from opening night.
I really do believe, I think our conditioning is getting up to par. I think where we need to be from there, we still got some steps to take, but I'm going to keep harping on the fact that these guys are just really trusting and sharing the basketball and trusting each other.
Early in the season, conditioning is obviously an issue as compared to later in the year. How taxing can that be, and how much of a figuring out period can that create as you're trying to play a little different and at the same time build up that conditioning level?
I think you build it because I go back to our guys and we talk about our strength is our depth. So our guys are going to play to a level of fatigue, and then you have a next group coming in ready to go. So I think that's going to be what we hang our hat on, along with the defensive end, is that our depth is going to be a major strength for us.
We've talked about Mo and Jalen a ton, but how was this preseason for Mo? Obviously, he's further behind Jalen, but what has this whole process been like for him?
He's been great. I told you he's been in the huddle a ton of times in our practices, coaching these guys, talking, communicating, and still putting his work in to make sure he gets on track for what he needs to do.
You've already kind of created the identity when people come to Orlando, other teams, they know it's going to be a tough night, offensively for them based off the defense. Can that become even tougher if they know you're going to be playing fast on one end and playing stout defense on another?
Well, we talked about this last time, and I think the big thing is we have to be able to do both. And I'll keep reiterating, the strength is our depth, and our guys' ability to come into the game and be able to defend the right way and still push the pace that same way.
You mentioned that depth. Just what did Colin Castleton show you throughout this preseason and training camp?
He's been a big-time pro. Just professional every single day when he walked in the building. His work ethic, his attitude, his demeanor, his approach to the game, and he fits the level of physicality that we play with, being able to play and guard multiple positions.
How good is it to be able to tell a guy that he's earned a two-way contract?
I think it's a great feeling. You talk about each guy's journey and the way they get to the league, one way or the other. I think being able to let a guy know that he's put in that work in order to achieve a step towards his dream is big.
Thanks, Wes.
Good deal.
Appreciate it.